this is my stepping stone into being strong, into understanding that food is fuel, and to knowing that like my macros are my macros and I am going to eat them because they make me feel good, they make me look good. And I think you really helped me mentally in that aspect.
All right, guys, this is Adam Atkinson with See You Later Leaner, and I am here with Anna. And this is our first episode of College Prep University. Now, there's a increasingly large amount of girls who are competing in college nowadays. And one of the reasons I chose Anna is one, she was one of my youngest competitors to ever come to me. Second, her just loyalty, maturity, and we've experienced a lot of different facets of contest prep together. So I thought that she would be a great example because we've experienced so much. And she's actually been a really long-term client of mine. So quite a bit of experience there. And we thought that this would be great to put together for new competitors or people who are competing in college. And we'll let Anna do a little intro on herself.
Yeah, so I actually started when I was a freshman in college at Oakland University. And I remember just like I was actually coming out of my eating disorder. And I remember looking into or starting strength training and getting into all of that. And I was just like, all right, this is my gig. And I remember doing so much research on like all the different coaches that I was going for. And I wanted someone who was educated and someone who just like knew and had like a large clientele base and I could talk to their competitors as well. So I started reaching out and I remember it was a 6 months process. And I had my first phone call with you and I was 17 at the time and like going on to 18. And I remember you saying, you're like, well, like I could talk to your parents and like you were just so like protective of like the age, which I thought was huge. And like you were just so like welcoming and understanding of my past and helping me like make sure my food choices and like everything was aligned before I even started thinking about competing. And so I thought that was amazing that we were able to work on my mental health first before jumping into the sport right away. And I just like right then and there, like we just had a bond, just me being young and like us like communicating through email, phone call, like all the time, just because I was in Michigan as well. So it's been 4 years and I can't believe like how far we've come. And I'm honestly like super stoked that like it's 2021 and we're still together.
It was really amazing to kick things off from the position you were in when you told me your history and when you told me your age. Initially there were a lot of red flags with our email, and
Yeah.
when I spoke to you on the phone, I was like, man, this girl is mature and she is not playing, like she wants to do this. So I really, initially believed in you. And within our first couple of weeks of communication, I was really impressed with how you communicated. Also just like how driven you were. And, coming from your past, I was just really amazed. And yeah, I think your maturity just really stood out. And again, one of the reasons I'm having you on the podcast, because there's just so much that we can cover together after working together for 4 years.
Yeah. And like and you were so like I can only imagine like bringing a 17-year-old on board, like how uncertain you could have been like at first. But of course, like since like we got to know each other, talk, and like I actually came out and visited you within the first 4 months, I think. And like
Yes,
that's when we hit it off, I believe.
that's right, because you and the figure girl
Yes.
who
Yeah.
worked with
Yeah.
Nick, she
Hmm.
came over. So that
Yep.
was fun.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. Well, that wraps up our intro, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on our first full episode next.